Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's another Saturday, 7:30 p.m. We're staying safe at home, so am I. The same situation going on. I hope everyone's having a fantastic Saturday um, at home. And today I spent pretty much my morning just, well, first of all, I almost died last night. Not literally, but I'm going to start with this story. Hey, Miss Patsy. Um, Hey, Delana, let me address the chat first. Delana, hey, Esmeralda, hola, Sandra, how are you? She says that it's Copa Casino. Hey, Maylee, how are you? Let's see if it's true, if it's open or not. Copa Casino. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Marge. Do we have a phone number for this place? Oh, we do. No, Sandra, it's closed. The web page says immediately that it's closed. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Michael. Hey, Blackberry. Hey, Limas. Hey, Miss Georgia. Hey, Lily D. Lily D, I'm going to try not to give a lot of spoilers, but if you haven't watched it, a lot of it's going to be a little foreign for you. Hey, Rod White. Hey, MDH. Patsy, Manny, did you see my game to play while watching the documentary? No, I have not. I need to go back and see it. Hey, MDH Loss, Mr. Mitch, how are you? Hey, Heather Lee. Oh, I'm glad that you take me in a dose. Thank you for keeping me company. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Paul Martinez. Hola. Hey, so Lily D, up to you if you want to stay or not. But yeah, girl, I almost died last night. Like, hey, Miss Tracy Ford. I went to bed around maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. I finally started watching Tiger King. And before I went to bed, my smart ass thought that it was a good idea because my potato salad was so good that I needed to have some potato salad. Hey, Susan Coach. Hey, Curry Head. Angela says that, hey, I am Martin watching Best Cooks in America, but I will keep watching. Okay. So yeah, I almost died last night. So I had my little serving. I'm not going to share with you how little that serving might have been. But around 3 o'clock in the morning, Lord, I thought I was having a heart attack. And it wasn't a heart attack, of course. It was just indigestion. And Lord have mercy. For an hour and 30 minutes, I debated, should I go to the hospital? Should I not? Meanwhile, I am just burping up a storm. I'm just feeling all sorts of pressure in my stomach. Serves me right because I shouldn't be eating anything after a certain time. Rachel, I don't know if I died in the process. I have a lot of mixed feelings, and that's what I want to talk about. But I'm sure that potato salad is not going to come across here today. But Lord Jesus, I really thought I was having a heart attack. I started watching all these videos about what your symptoms are, and then I started freaking myself out even more. Ooh, so stay safe out there, especially when you're at home all the time and you're by yourself. You know, things get a little crazier. But I relax. And Bill, I'm not going to repeat it live, but if you're looking at Bill Fraser's comment, a lot of that too. It was just intense. It was just very, very intense. So I ended up waking up around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I couldn't call my mom early enough, so she called me just to make sure that I was doing okay, and I was. But from bed, she's like, "So are you just waking up?" And I'm like, "No, I've been up for a while." Completely lying. But you know, things got better. I did not pass. Everything that needed to pass passed, and I was very relieved. So Heather Lee, yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with this right now. And one thing that I have not bought at the supermarket is Thumbs. So I need to get me some of those. So Rachel says reflux for years is painful because it causes anxiety and it's scary. It was scary because I kept taking my pulse. I kept checking. I was never nauseous. I never had any type of pain in my arms, or they say that you get a lot of pressure in your jaw. None of that. I was fine. I was just feeling like a lot of pressure inside. So there we go. Almost died, but went through it. I want to acknowledge the Slot Cats. Hello, guys. Hi, Heidi. Hey, Bill McCardle. Hey, Linda S. Sandra, I didn't take anything. I just pushed through, and it pushed properly. So, hi, Drew B. Hi, Jay. Who else did I miss? Bill McCardle. I don't know if I am yet or not. Tonight, I mean, it could happen. I'm not. I don't know who I'm going to call tonight. I have an idea. But maybe it was gambling withdrawal, like Travis says. But actually, in terms of that, I'm doing pretty good. Like I'm just chill. On my end, as long as I have a little Diet Coke, gonna have a cigarette, I can stay home, I can watch anything, and I'm good. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, it was scary for me, and it had been probably like 3 years since I had an episode that I was like, should I consider going to the hospital or not? Because the last time I went to the hospital 3 years ago, they gave me some Milanta and charged me $75. So I was like, I don't mind paying the $75, but I could get Milanta at my local grocery store. Go figure. Hey, Vicente. Yeah, and let's just talk about this Tiger King situation. If you have not watched it, I'm not necessarily going to spoil it for you, but we're going to be diving into some topics of the show that, thank you, Travis, that I think may spoil it for you. I've seen a lot of stuff online. I finally got to watch the entire thing. If you've been keeping me company by joining these live streams earlier this week, we had Slotman Jack who talked about it. He said it was a train wreck with a missile going over it. And then John and Jay Slot Guy said the same thing. And Anthony says, gallbladder attack will scare you too. I don't have a gallbladder. That's what was going on about 3 to 4 years ago. So my gallbladder was removed. Oh, yay. June Diamond watched it all. Slotting around is here. Yes, please make sure that you thumbs up. So this whole Tiger King event, I love the naming of all the episodes because I think they're very interesting. So again, you're warned. If we say something and you haven't watched it, that's fine. I don't mind spoilers in the sense, thank you, Vicente, in the sense that I don't care if they make me even watch it even more. But here are the episodes list. Let's see. Where's the full episode list? So the first episode is called Not Your Average Joe. Then Cult of Personality, then The Secret, which was probably my favorite, Playing with Fire. Make America Exotic Again is the train wreck that you've all been waiting for. The Noble Thing to Do, and then The Throne, which is kind of sad at the end. And Cordy, going back to my story, if you're just joining, I was telling everyone that last night I had some pretty bad heartburn. I thought I was going to die. And Curdy, hi. He said, you had a panic attack. No potato salad for you tonight. Nope, it's cereal for late snack. That's right. And Vicente says, sick ass shirt. Thank you. Hopefully we'll get to travel before 2021, which we shall see. Hey, Bostanka from Boston. So it takes place in Oklahoma. And I thought in preparing for this episode, I need to get someone that lives in Oklahoma just to get some sense of this. So let's make our first phone call. Come on. Oh, here we go. Hopefully we can make this phone call. Oh. So I want to get some background by making this first phone call. If you have friends that are alone at home and they want some company, feel free to give them the link, have them join us. So here we go.
Hello, y'all.
Hello, Mama Delana. How are you?
I'm good. I turned my TV off because I was watching Tiger King just for you.
So I was telling everyone that because the first episode is called Not Your Average Joe, and we find out that he has this thing in Oklahoma. So I figured the best person to call is someone in Oklahoma. So
well, Oklahoma's one of the largest states next to Texas.
Fair enough.
It is on the other side of where I live, and I have never been there, never even heard of the damn place.
Really? You didn't even know there were cats in Oklahoma that could wander off all the way to your house?
I remember when a couple when it come on the news that they had to hunt down and kill a couple of them here a couple of years ago. But that, like I said, that was so many miles away from us, we didn't care.
Oh, okay. And you do have a big.
But the program is unbelievable.
Doesn't it make you want to go back, especially since you live in the state, and maybe do some research on it?
The part that I'm in right now, the zoo owners are doing new zoo next to Windstream or Windstar, whatever that casino is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'll go to the new one. I wouldn't go to the other one, no.
Right. And when you get to episode 7, you'll get to find out more about the park that you're talking about. Because I was surprised that they moved the spoiler alert that they opened a new place right next to the casino.
Yeah, I think it's right behind it. The way they talk, just a few miles right behind it, 40 acres, which is pretty good size. And I'll probably go to that one. I'd like to see what's left of the animals. But the whole bunch of them are a bunch of crooks, a bunch of felons.
Don't hold back. Keep going.
Just your average Oklahoma people.
Ooh, child. Mm-mm.
And as far as just showing him walking around with guns, anybody that lives in Texas and anybody that lives in Oklahoma, that doesn't bother us because we all have guns.
That Second Amendment goes strong in there. Strong.
Well, so many of us live so far out. If you have a situation that you have to protect yourself, you can't wait for the sheriff to show up. I'm 22 miles from town. I live on 6.5 acres. So I've got guns in my house. So I mean, that part doesn't bother me.
And what did you think of the lady in Florida?
I think she's batshit crazy.
Oh my God. And Lori, let me just say, there are only 7 episodes, so it's a quick watch. In 7 hours, or less. I don't think the episodes are even an hour, a full hour. So you can be, you can set aside some time and you can get through it. Yeah, the guns didn't bother me either. Like, I didn't know. And at the end of the last episode, they say there's 5,000 to 10,000 tigers living in captivity in the USA, and there's only 4,000 in the wild. That's just insane.
Well, not only that, if you remember when he was panicking and he was selling them off to get cash, he was transporting them to different states for only $2,000.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy a beautiful white tiger, a cloud tiger, whatever you wanted for $2,000.
I am considering that myself.
For hybrid dogs.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm considering not going to the casino and buying me a little tiger.
I mean, that astounded me more than anything. That $2,000.
Mm-hmm. Well, but I think on his end, he was kind of like he needed to get the money. He was in a bind.
Yeah, but still, I mean, what kind of people, buys a tiger for $2,000?
I want to buy one. I want to buy a baby tiger for $2,000.
I know, they're so adorable. What they grow up to be.
I'll have like 5 boyfriends.
Well, that's another thing about that Joe guy. I mean, how many boyfriends did he go through? And one killed himself, and 2 weeks later he found a new one. And
I will say that is the one thing about the. Thank you for your $2 super chat, Bill McCardle. So he says thanks for entertaining us. That is the one thing that I was surprised how crude the footage was. I mean, no one's seen dying, but on the first episode, there's an accident, and you're like,
on that guy's face.
Right. I mean, there's many things that you see online, but that was just intense. That was just nuts.
Yeah. And think of all the footage that he burned up in that fire.
Yeah.
Joe, when the
Yes.
county thought he was going to be investigated. And think of all the stuff that he burned up. Because he filmed everything, too.
Yeah, no, he did.
His own, TV program.
I've never been. I don't know what the life of a TV producer is, but at some point you will see in the episodes that he says that was my retirement fund, and I'm like, wow, you thought that this guy was interesting enough, and obviously he was, because there's a whole Netflix shows and I think pretty much because we're all going crazy at home, and this show is such a shit show that why not watch it? But to think that Joe Exotic was going to get, like big. I mean, maybe right now there are some people trying to get him out of jail. I don't know.
I saw a feed today on my phone that said that they're making a miniseries now. One of the networks is picking it up and going to make a miniseries.
Oh my God.
So we get to see it all over again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, Delana, I just wanted to say hi. How are you? How's your husband doing?
We're good. We're like I said, when I go to town, if I have to go for anything, I wear gloves and a mask.
There you go. Stay safe, because you guys got to stay safe.
All right, darling. I know you got other people to call.
Good night, Ms. Delana. Thank you for being open to this. I appreciate it. Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye. So when we were, let me address the chat. So MDA says, still grounding out Ozark. I've never watched Ozark. What's Ozark about? We'll talk about that in a minute. I just started in season 2. Henry Jackman says, those poor alligators. Like, that was just brutal. Everyone's saying good night, Delana. Hey, Carmen, how are you? And June said, yes, Antel's story would be great too, all those women. And I asked Slotman Jack yesterday, do you think there's potential for a season 2? And I totally think that there's potential for a season 2. There's so many crazy storylines that have not even been discussed fully. But I totally think Jim Diamond, that the whole Antel story is the best. And the whole Scarface piece, I was just like beyond myself. Like, that was just way too much. But I want to talk to another friend of mine who I talked to earlier this week, because on his Facebook he posted something, and let's just call him. Since I was talking, oh my God, I'll take that slot channel. You're gonna have to go watch it.
Hello.
Hey Nick, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you, Manny?
I'm good, thank you. You're staying still? All good?
Yep.
So you posted today this Tiger King show on Netflix on his Facebook. Hey Lady D Slots. Hey Angela Romero. This Tiger King show on Netflix is a perfect quarantine show to watch. If you can't feel good about yourself after watching it, you're a lost cause. And edit, how am I single? This guy has like 4 husbands. Like, we need to get a little tiger cub, Nick. That's what we need to do.
Yes, very much so, because it's that and that. I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, this show, like, I'm finishing the last episode now. But it's like, oh my God, it's a shit show.
Not only is it a shit show, like, obviously Joe Exotic did not give them any Obamacare for dental care, but I guess when you do meth, there's nothing you can do about your teeth.
Yeah, there is definitely some social distancing going on with them teeth.
It's summer teeth. Some are there and some are not.
Oh, it is so, oh my God, it's so messed up. Like, I just can't, like, whenever I started watching this, I said to myself, it was like, I've never done acid, but this is probably what it feels like. Because it's like, am I really, like, seeing all this shit happen, or, like...
And it's so natural in that environment.
Oh, God.
I just can't get beside the fact that he then gets married to the 2 of them, and everyone's in that wedding, and everyone's like, "Yay!" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
how come I don't get invites to crazy shit like that?" You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I need to find me some,
like,
crazy friends out there just to at least have some stories to tell.
they're out there. Oh my gosh, this monkey's eating pizza on this guy's last Mount Horizon.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh, these people. Like.
Hi, Bonnie.
This takes place in Oklahoma.
Right. I just finished talking to Delana, and Delana lives over there, but she never heard about this.
Oh my gosh, this is red screens for days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so out there.
But we definitely need to try to get ourselves a little tiger cub. Like,
I think we could get one. They said that it was like $2,000, so that's a good price can pay.
Right? Hi, Jen. But how do you dispose of it? You send it over to Carol over at Big Cat Rescue?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, and I still think like her whole, one of the things I went from being like, oh, Joe's a cool guy, you know what I mean? To then going like, this is a little crazy. Like, I mean, there's some drama in every niche. There's drama. There's always going to be one person. There's always going to be another.
And I really think that she did kill her husband too. I really think that she fed him to the tigers.
That he what? That she what?
That she fed her husband to the tigers. That Carol Bassett or whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think. Oh, here's this lady that had her arm chopped off in like the second episode.
Right.
Oh my gosh, this show is like I said, I feel great about myself right now. Like, there is nothing wrong with me.
I have my friend Nick Anthony on the line. We talked to him earlier this week, but I was just he made a post that I just wanted to talk to him about getting a little tiger cub so that our love life can triple. I mean, we can become Mormon husbands by the end of the week. I mean, 3 to 4 guys. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm all about tattoos. I love tattoos.
Oh, girl, I mean, like, that was a little. I'm sorry.
His teeth are the girl, and there's a line in the sand right there, and that's some teeth.
I have someone in the chat. Lucky contestant says, "What cracked me up is when they use the expired Walmart meat for the pizza chop dumpster diving pizza party." Like that was.
Oh God. So damn funny.
I guess you got to do what you got to do to save on cost, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh God.
I don't. And granted, we're just speculating. None of this is, this is our opinion, but we're not, don't send hate mail or anything to these people that we're talking about. But I don't think that she killed them. I think it was an accident. I think at some point, that's what I think. I think something happened to him. She freaked out, called her brother, called everybody else. Do I believe that parts of him were fed to animals? Absolutely. He's not underneath a lake or anything. He's already been digested and all that. But I think it was an accident. However, I kept looking at her and I'm like, this woman's a little cray too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all are.
Oh, that Hug Jenna says, hey, stop bashing Walmart meat. I supply it. Me and my hubby hunt all of it. Oh, okay. Well, we're not bashing Walmart. Walmart just donated the meat. They use it to feed people.
Yeah, exactly.
Lucky contestant says her husband is now gator poop. Way long ago. Like, oh. Hey, hanging with Linda. Anything else that you want to say about the show, Nick?
I highly recommend, if you're bored and have nothing else to watch, I mean, it's a very stupid show, but it definitely cheers you up and makes some good laughs. It does make you feel better about yourself.
But also a warning: if you ever want to go work for a third-rated Sioux, they don't pay. Because that was the other thing. None of them got paid.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, they don't do They don't do any payment. It's like $100 a week.
Yep.
Like, flabbergasted by it.
To work 15, 17-hour weeks. I mean, to potentially get your arm chopped off, eaten by a tiger. Well, that's one tiger that didn't get Walmart meat that day.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. Well, Mr. Nick, you have a good night. Say hi to Tony, and thank you.
Oh, will do. You have a good one.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Dixon Cider. Hi, Diggity. They all used each other. Like the fact that that lady on the Big Cat Rescue, she had all of volunteers. Like I get it, but people are paying a fee to get in. Where's that money going? I mean, granted, you spend over $1 million feeding cats left and right. The money has to come somewhere. And she didn't look like she lived this fancy life. I mean, how expensive can it be to buy leopard print stuff? You know, shoes and bags and all of that. I'm going to call another friend of mine. He, hey, Jenna. Oh, hey, Smokey. I should address some of the people in the chat. Sorry. Hi, Lady D Slots. Curry Head, you finally made it. Angela Romero, hi. I'm going to call this other friend of mine. I've spoken to him a couple times, but it's been a while since I've catched up with him. So, and I think I did talk to him in one live years ago, back when I was doing this more frequently. So there we go. 38-2. That's Manny. Hey, hanging with Linda. I'm not sure if I said hi or not.
Hello.
Hey, darling. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. On the phone, we have our friend Dakota Lawrence. You're an agent to the stars and also read the stars.
Yes.
He lives over in Louisiana. How are you holding up, baby?
Oh, I'm doing good. Worried about, my state and all my people in New Orleans, but we're going to survive this. We are.
We will. We will.
Yeah. It's crazy times for sure.
So today my topic was kind of like talking about Tiger King. And have you watched the show?
I'm in episode 3 right now.
Oh,
of course,
good.
I've already read the spoilers and everything. So yeah.
Oh, I like it because you're like me. You're like, okay, let me spoil myself, but I still have to watch it to make an opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you can't not read the spoilers for that. I mean, it really is unavoidable now.
And what are your thoughts on the show?
Oh, I believe it. I've been to Oklahoma enough.
I believe it. I've been to Oklahoma enough. Stop it.
I believe it. It's like, I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, it's not that far-fetched. It's really not. Yeah, no. It's definitely, I mean, I've done reality television pilots in the past, and I've worked on projects like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that there is a certain amount of sensationalism that goes into it. But watching this and knowing some of the tricks of the trade and the tricks of the industry, I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh man, so much of this is not sensationalized and it's not just good editing. This was really that nuts.
Wait until you get to episode 5. That's
the Carol episode, right?
The what?
Is that the Carol killed the episode? Carol killed her husband episode?
No, that's episode 3, The Secret. So the one that you're watching,
that's the one.
That's
the one I'm just like 10 minutes into it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Episode 4. Episode 4. There's something that happens in episode 4 that you're like, no, I think it's episode 5. And you go like, what?
Is that the hospital? Is that at the funeral?
Yes.
I've heard about the funeral.
Yes.
Where he talks about going and putting his nuts on the dead dude's face.
Yeah, but I think the way it's presented is not necessarily what you're gonna expect. You're gonna I've never seen anything like that.
No.
But yeah. So how are you keeping sane these days?
Oh God, I'm not.
but I've always been crazy. That's been my charm. I'm just kind of amplifying the charm a little bit now. I'm just going like full over the side with it, just a little extra. No, it's been good. I mean, it's, and I can say this as someone that works in the field of entertainment, is this is teaching all of us such vital lessons. It really is. Of just the importance of friendship and keeping those connections. And also, the fact that we've had to unplug so much from our day-to-day lives and so much from our normal routines. We're seeing where we haven't been fulfilled. We're seeing where we have been missing certain things in our life and certain aspects that we're now getting to work on. I did a Facebook Live video a few nights ago, and I never know why I say what I say whenever I get in that place of just wanting to talk. But
Dakota, people that may not know you, do you want to talk a little bit about what you do in that side?
Oh,
on that
of
end?
course.
Yeah.
I don't care. I am a professional psychic medium. Yep. So I go and do readings for people as far as life questions, love, relationships, career, and also connect to lost loved ones. And I've been touring the country now for 14 years, doing events and lectures and courses all across the U.S.
Excellent. Thank you. So now talk about your Facebook Live, because I've watched some of that.
Yeah. Yes. So, and I had a friend of mine, dear friend of mine that, of course, I call it the Corona relationships, that we haven't kept in good touch. And now it's like we're talking every few days, like, hey, are you still sane?
Right.
Those kind of conversations. And she watched my Facebook Live video, and she's been dealing with a lot of turmoil and stuff in her life for a few years. And she has now realized that she has a drinking problem, and she's taken this time, to get away because she can't work, to get herself into some help and treatment. So right now it's so pivotal that we use this time to improve ourselves and our relationships around us. It's so pivotal.
Yeah, no, totally. And like I said, you and I have not spoken in a long time, but you check in with me from time to time, and I do the same. So it was kind of nice now to, rekindle.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things that, I always like, are you still crazy, Manny?
Yeah, very much
that's
so.
how our conversations go. Like, you still nuts, honey? Yes, you good? Okay, good. But, I think that it's important now for us to really focus on those relationships and focus on ourselves and ways that we can better ourselves through this. Because so many of us have had the proverbial slate wiped clean, and now it's time for reinvention. Now it's time for redirection. There's no better way than to rebuild from the ashes.
Yeah. Like a phoenix.
Totally.
What kind of messages?
Trying time. It is.
When you do
Trying time.
When you do your readings, what kind of messages are you seeing for the future?
As far as Corona goes, number one, and I'm the first one to admit that when it comes to a psychic reading, that what we read for today represents right here and right now. I respect everyone's political beliefs, may they not align in mine or align in mine. I feel that as long as we stay on the path that we're currently on, with the social distancing, with the stay-at-home orders, with those kind of things like that, we're going to be okay. It's going to end up being a very tough year, but I feel that by October, we're going to have our country back on track. And we're going to have our things back in the same direction. You're going to really see right around late April, early May, this really peak out, and then it'll start to change after that.
That's kind of like what I'm seeing too. I tell all my friends 2021, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, stop being negative, Nancy." But that's truly where I see some level of going back to something that we had. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that things will never be exactly the same. But I think in some ways that's a good thing. I think in some ways that this growth is needed. And it's put. A dear friend of mine, and please pardon this crassness, but you're used to me.
Yes.
And she said it best was that America was the cum-stained blood matches at a Motel 6, and coronavirus was the black line.
Oh.
And when you think about it, it's crass as hell, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally crass, though, but it's true. And I think that it's a good thing. At the end of the day, what it's teaching us is going to be a good thing. As far as the lives that we're losing, as far as our medical workers not getting the help that they need, those are the dark sides of this. And those are the scary sides of this. Is that, we're losing people. In Louisiana, our numbers are now rivaling Italy's numbers, and a lot of it is because we had Mardi Gras, because we weren't warned in time to not do this.
Right.
And that's the scary part, is that, a month and a half ago, we were all dancing in the streets together.
But I don't know if necessarily, I mean, hindsight is 2020, right? On my end, I've been hearing about this since January. So necessarily warning may not be the right term, or a term that I would gravitate towards. It's more of it wasn't exposed enough,
I'll be the first one to admit that I definitely had my head in the sand with a lot of it. I knew it was going to get bad, and Manny, we're friends on Facebook. I posted a dream that I had back in 2014 that's aligning now with what's happening.
Oh, wow.
And it was really weird that had come back, and a friend actually brought it up. Like, you remember that dream you had a few years back? And I was like, no. They're like, search your Facebook post, and I found it. Like, oh, son of a gun. But it's just weird. It's all just, there's no better word. We're living in a Tiger King documentary.
Yeah, no, on my end, I'm just wondering, when this is all said and done, am I going to come out as Negan, or am I going to come out as Michonne?
Oh, honey, you need Michonne because he's wearing less clothes, and you're going to always be tramping. I cannot picture you swinging that bat around. I'm sorry, baby. It would be like some damn gay softball. But it's true.
They do play it.
Gays that play t-ball, baby. We all know them.
Oh my
We all
God.
have a few of those friends. But I think that overall the world would be the same, but I think that it's shining a light on things that needed to be exposed.
Agreed.
And I hate, I have 4 friends directly connected to me that are currently fighting the virus.
Oh.
And it's scary to think about.
Yeah.
And when I started this year, like I said, I was the ostrich in the sand. I was avoiding the truth. I knew it was going to get here. I knew it was going to get ugly. And that wasn't even from the intuitive perspective. That's just the, pardon my French, but the no shit Sherlock kind of thing. And I packed my schedule up high. And then I was actually in Vegas back on, I'm looking at my calendar across the room, realize I'm getting old and blind. March 13th through the 16th, I was in Vegas. And that Sunday night that I was there, I was downstairs, and the first order from the governor came where they ordered cable games to only have 3 chairs, where normally you'll have 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the slot machines, where it was a row of 4 machines, they turned off the 2 middles. A row of 3, they turned off the middle of 3 to basically force the social distancing. And that was starting to see the shutdown of Las Vegas and starting to see all of that take place. Because, Vegas is one of those cities that you never, I don't want to say you never expect to close.
Yes. No, you don't. You don't.
It sounds bad to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just like you never expect to see that.
No, Nevada, the entire economy is gambling. That's it. I remember years ago Atlantic City going down and shutting down because of a budget situation, but the entire state had other businesses going. It hurt just that city, but in Nevada is the entire state.
Yes, and that's what scares me for the people too.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing New Orleans, and and it was, and I was very fortunate enough to even be self-employed back then, was when Katrina hit, I took off 2 weeks and worked from sun up to sundown and sometimes late into the night with the shelters for Katrina and helping people find their families because they have been, basically torn apart.
Yeah.
And it's eerily similar in some ways. The picture that made me really honestly, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, really made me cry, was seeing Cafe Du Monde close. Because it hadn't closed since Katrina. And when Cafe Du Monde reopened, that was the big telltale sign that the city took of we're going to survive Katrina, was the reopening of Cafe Du Monde. And seeing all the tables and chairs stacked up and thrown into a corner with all, how like a restaurant push all the tables to one side, seeing all those chairs there. I didn't realize how much, I knew Katrina had affected my life and had made a huge impact on my life. But seeing those pictures and seeing those things come back was extremely emotional. I admit, I cried.
No, there's nothing wrong about that. Your city's going through something horrible. Yeah. Well, listen, Dakota, I'm really happy that you answered my call.
I'll always answer your call, Donnie, unless it's like at 2:30 in the morning that I realize you're drunk.
And I have others to call at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, girl.
Will you be good?
It was a blessing speaking to you. It really was.
Same here.
I look forward to another time here soon.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll meet up in Vegas when all this thing goes away.
Yes, 100%. I'll talk to you soon, babe.
Take care. Good night. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. Oh, I forgot to ask him about the TP paper. Sorry, Bonnie. Sorry. He got too emotional there at the end. But I'm going to ask this next person about their TP situation. I'm sure I can. 1 second. Let's make one last phone call. I don't know if you're going to recognize the voice or not. We'll see. Dakota is actively on our Facebook group, the YouTube Slots fan page. So if you want to get a reading from him, just make sure you go to our group, and from there you go. Hey, Casper. Hey, me, Mike. This pen. Let's see if these people answer.
Hello?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. On the phone, guys, we have Art from Dejavu Slots. Everyone wants to shag Art, or at least I do.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, everyone.
Team
If I knew you were going to say that, I would have picked up.
Where's Kat?
Next to me.
Oh, hi, Kat.
Hey, Nanny. Hi, guys.
Hi. Your puppy's so precious. We need more pictures of the puppy.
Oh, the puppy is, yeah.
Oh, he's bad?
Truth on everything.
Are you correct? So this is Dejavu Slots, both Kat and Art, for those of you who don't know. The first question I have for the two of you is, how's the TP situation in the house? Miss Bonnie wants to know.
The TP?
TP.
What's the TP?
TP.
I
Toilet
know.
paper.
No, we're not hoarding on toilet paper. We're good, but we're not hoarding.
You're not hoarding, but you're good. Okay. So how many rolls?
Yeah, I'm selling it.
Oh, so you have enough to sell. Oh, great.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
We don't have enough to sell. We have 12 of them.
I'll trade them for paper towels, too. We need it for the dog.
Oh, you're not buying the little doggy diapers?
He doesn't have.
He has his pad, but he refuses to go on the pad.
Oh, well, he's a baby still, right?
Yeah, he's 4 months now.
Oh, well, I wish I could show everyone a picture, but if you go to Facebook, I'm sure you'll see one of the pictures. Because I remember you posted one of them up there. Such a.
I know, they all have accidents.
So how are you guys holding up during this crisis?
I'm stressed. Art's still working. His work is considered essential, so he's working. By the time he comes home, I'm a mess. I'm still working from home. I still work from home, so.
So do you make him take his clothes? Do you make him take his clothes in the garage and then come in and take a shower?
First thing I do is
First thing he does is come inside and go shower. He takes his shoes off outside, and he comes inside and runs the shower.
So I've been good. Today I finally watched Tiger King. Have you guys watched that?
No, but I hear it's freaking everywhere.
Everyone was special. Is it that good?
I would say if I was not I'm not quarantined, but if I wasn't staying safe at home, I probably would have skipped through it. But it's something that you can sit down, watch, and be like, "Oh my God, there are some crazy people out there."
What is it about?
So it's about this guy. His name is Joe Exotic, and he's exotic because he has in his home he's created this zoo with tigers and monkeys and camels and all of that, and it's about the business of exotic cats in the US, the business and how people take care of cats, but it goes into so many directions and those people are so freaking crazy. It's definitely worth watching.
I mean, everyone like on Instagram, like showing pictures of this like guy with a tiger. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, go watch it because I mean, to kill time, it's definitely worth it.
How many episodes is it?
Only 7, so it's a quick watch. Last night I watched 2, and today I finished the rest.
I guess we gotta watch
Maybe
that.
a bit to watch tomorrow. How's everyone else?
Yeah, we're all holding up. Yeah, I finally started working from home this week. So after work, I have dinner, and then I started doing these lives just to selfishly have all of you guys in the chat keep me company, but we keep each other company, right? So at least a little time away.
We need a distraction.
Correct. So when was the last time you two went to the casino?
Vegas, huh?
Yeah, Vegas. I went once to San Manuel after Vegas the first week. So I would say like February 5th is the last day for me.
Okay.
I haven't been there for a long time.
Oh, so you were already like social distancing from casinos since February, so you're good.
See, yeah, when we were gonna go to Vegas, right? It was when it was first hitting, and we were on the verge to cancel the trip. But then we ended up going, and when we came back, it started getting worse.
And we were going Chinese New Year, so I was freaking out about even going because of, people from China were in Vegas, so I was freaking out about that, but it's nothing compared to right now. I mean, yeah.
We coincided on that trip. We just couldn't get to see one another because I was in Vegas for the Chinese New Year too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's when it was very starving.
Yes. That's when.
When was the last time you went?
I think that at the end of February, beginning of March. Yes.
Also.
Did you go to your local? Yeah. Or were you only in?
Yeah, my last local roundabout was March 14th. It was a Saturday. On March 15th, I went completely crazy and I said no more. Done. I'm going to social distance and stay home.
Yeah.
Like last week.
2 weeks ago. So, I have no symptoms, so I feel good, but I haven't interacted with anyone.
You know how I knew something was going to happen, like the streamers were going to post? Someone kept on sending me like good offers, gift cards, tablets and everything to go back.
That's exactly why. They knew they were going to lose business, so they wanted your business. That's funny.
What do you think, man? This is hopefully over soon. What do you think is going to happen?
I am not an optimist. Yeah, Kat, I'm not an optimist, but I know that we're going to get through it. On my end, I still feel 2021. I have a lot of friends that are like, well, this casino said they're going to open April 1st, and I can't wait to go. And I'm like, you should really reconsider because I don't think they're going to open April 1st. And you're going to continue to see more places say, based on what's happening, we're going to move our opening date. And I think that opening date will continue to be extended. I'm sorry?
Chumash, my local, they sent me a thing saying they're now extending it till April 30th so far, and they'll let us know still.
Yep. The same here locally in Phoenix, and I know I think Morongo. I saw something on their website too.
Yeah. Well, when they do decide to open it up, they're going to start sending these crazy offers to get people in, and then their payback is going to be shit.
Exactly. So everybody's been asking that, and I'm like, if the slots weren't that great to begin with, when there were thousands of people playing them, imagine how good they're going to be when there has been no one playing them for a while.
Yeah.
I would say if you need to go just to get it out of your system, take $100, have a drink, sit down on the machine, and just play. Don't go for broke. There's no point.
I think I won't even go once they open. I won't go for a couple months.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
I
almost
think
on it too.
I think it's going to take a while for this to clears up.
Yeah, especially for your locals, depending on where you are in the country. I still think there are some casinos open, depending where you are. But I think Vegas is really going to be the one to determine when your local casino is going to open. If Vegas is not opening, I don't think your local is going to open.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they'll follow what Vegas does.
Yeah.
How's your family?
They're good. My mom's going a little bit crazy just because she's in Puerto Rico and she would like to be here, but I'm glad that she's not here because it's not like we can, do a family gathering or anything like that, But at least she's with my dad and they're fine over there and they're secluded at home and I'm glad that they're there safe. Especially because I only started working. I'm sorry?
You're quarantining alone?
Yeah. I mean, they only have themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, it was so good talking to you guys. We need a picture of the puppy. Post it in my group, please, so that everyone can see the puppy.
I'll post it.
Okay.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Same here. Hopefully, we'll meet in Vegas. 2021, I would say, but if it happens sooner, we'll see.
That's a good day. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye, Kat. Bye, Art. Bye.
Have a good night.
Okay. Now I'm alone with you guys. Seraphim says Prescott Valley, Arizona is my hometown. Tempe over here. The game is 101. Bonfire sounds right now. Okay. Esmeralda, I believe it's going to take about 3 months to clear this up. I think a little more. Curry Head, hey, slot travel over under June 8th. Under. And Rachel says that she lives in Nevada and don't think we will. The gaming says, what am I drinking? So far, I have my favorite cup. This is a Hogarden cup, but I was just having soda. There's something about drinking at home that to me feels, and this is just my own opinion, I feel like unless there's a party, I shouldn't be drinking at home, and I'm very judgmental about myself if I open a drink. Yesterday, I did have one drink, which was a beer, but overall, I think I'm going to stay dry for the rest. We all are safe. We are safe here at my home. It's only me. Hi, Debbie Ness. We're doing good. I hope you're doing good over in New Mexico. Whiskey will kill the virus, says Seraphim. I know that they're making antibacterial with all that whiskey. I'm sorry for your loss, DCG. And, overall, I'm glad that you all joined me tonight. We're about the end of the hour. We had some good conversations. Definitely go watch Tiger King. And maybe when we get tomorrow again at 7:30, you guys can bring more information about the show or have your thoughts on it. I enjoyed it, and I'm ready to watch something else. I don't know what else. But, we got to stay strong. If you are subscribed to my other channel, we're going to be doing some aristocrat slotting in about 30 minutes or so. Let me make one phone call because I want to check in with someone really briefly before I go. Recents. There we go. I want to check in on this person. Come on. Where are you? Why isn't it showing? Here we go. Okay. Oh, Claudia, you fell for it?
Hello?
How are you holding up today?
Who is this? Am I live?
Yes, you are live.
Hello, everybody.
This is Charles from K-Lines. How are you holding up today? Yesterday you called me at 1 o'clock in the morning, so best I can do is call you at 8:30.
Well, LJ and I are at the Tempe Town Lake right now.
Oh, you're close to home.
Yeah, we're doing a little walk. I got the camera. I'm testing out my new gear, and we're going to get some shots here. And it's really cool here, actually. It's beautiful. A lot of people, though.
Hortensia, says Lily D. As I call you Hortensia. You never been to Tempe Town Lake?
What?
You've never been to Tempe Town Lake?
I haven't been to Tempe Town Lake. This used to be all the parking lot where I'm at for the ASU.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all these gorgeous buildings now. Have you been down here since then?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is beautiful. They got the blue lights on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And these buildings, the State Farm buildings, really nice.
All of those buildings are really cute. That's a really nice downtown section.
Absolutely. I think that's better than our real downtown.
Well, it's a smaller city, right? But it's a really nice area. Yeah. The only problem is that I feel like that downtown area is so driven by ASU,
right?
That I think sometimes the adult entertainment, and I don't mean like strippers, versus the college crowd entertainment, it's a little hard to balance.
Right. I would prefer the stripper entertainment personally.
Fair enough. Me too.
Yeah. But I've been going kind of nuts, like I've been stuck at home, and I finally am like, okay, I'm going out every night or during the day, and because I work from home, so if I don't do these little projects, I'm going to go nuts.
Curry had asked me to tell you to go ahead and do it. No, but that's good that you at least are getting away a little bit. Last night I was a little concerned when you called me because it was a little too late. I was ready to go home, and you sounded a little desperate, and I know that can happen.
Oh no, I was losing my shit last night.
Yeah. Well.
But pardon the language, but I don't care.
Okay. Well, if you go to Whataburger for a shake, you can get me one strawberry since you're near.
Are you camera ready?
Oh, I am totally camera ready.
Okay, well, stay camera ready because maybe we'll interview you.
Okay. From where?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I've lost my mind.
I'm just asking for a strawberry shake. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can do it at Whataburger then. We can interview you at the Whataburger.
Okay, perfect. Well, Charles,
so how's your show going?
It's going good.
I'm
about to end it today. Since we were talking about Tiger King, if you're just joining us and you want to rewatch the beginning, we talked to someone in Oklahoma, Miss Mama Delana. Then I talked to my friend Nick again because we were talking about getting a little tiger cub so that we can have more boyfriends. And then I spoke to another friend of mine, Dakota. He's a reader, card reader, mentalist, and we were talking to him. And now then we talked to Art and Kat from Dejavu Slots, and now we're talking to you.
Oh my God, I follow Dejavu. I feel so honored.
Yes, and you only followed them because I was concerned for you last night, and I should have called you earlier, and I didn't. So there you go. That's why.
Oh yeah, if you wanted a shit show, yesterday was the perfect time.
Ooh, but I almost died last night, Charles. My heartburn. Oh my God, you have no idea.
You got to start taking Prilosec for that.
Yeah. Well, I need to stop having the potato salad that I did for myself yesterday, and it was so good, but it killed me. Like I really thought I was heading to the hospital. It was that bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got to do the Prilosec twice a day.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor prescribed me, and I'm feeling great. I haven't had heartburn in a long time.
Oh, good. It doesn't happen to me all the time. I don't know. I don't know why it happened, but
I understand. But if you take it every day, you'll be good.
That happened to me. Game is 101. Totally did. Well, I'm saying good night now. Thank you, Charles. Hey,
That's all I get?
Everyone else gets like 20 minutes. I only get 2 minutes.
No, the phone doesn't say that. The phone says 457.
Apparently, I'm not popular enough to get 20 minutes.
No,
anyways,
but you got a concerned call from a friend.
Oh my God, that's awesome! I'm so honored. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Charles, give me that strawberry shake. Since you're near, I'll call you when I'm done.
Okay, all right.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thank you. Okay, so I did my thing. I called the person. I'm gonna call one more person because this person was live, and now I'm all intrigued about how they were live. All 58 people, you were at about the hour. I really want to FaceTime this person, but I won't. There we go. Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. To everyone in the chat, I'm talking to Neil from Neily777. What did you wait? You were live? Talk to me.
Yeah,
I missed
I
it.
have a slot machine at home, so I ended up playing that for a bit. I own the Enchanted Unicorn game, the five real mechanical reel game.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for like an hour and a half.
Oh, cool. How many jackpots did you hit?
I was betting $11.25 a spin, and sorry everyone, I'm cooking right now. And I hit one jackpot for $2,500.
Oh.
The contest I was having on my channel, I was going to buy someone a $10 Amazon gift card if the 3 unicorns showed up, and fortunately they actually showed up on one spin, so it was actually kind of fun. So one of my viewers got a prize.
Do you prefer the reel versus the video on it?
I do. Yeah, for whatever reason, I get the unicorn showing up more on the mechanical reels because it doesn't have that chest bonus. So it makes up for it on the mechanical reel. So
I didn't know that. That game I could never win on, but I saw somebody one time back in Philly. He got the lions and the 3 unicorns, and I was like, "Damn, that game can pay," but never happened to me.
Yeah, I've got a few jackpots on my channel. The lions showed up. That was like my bucket list item for the longest time, and then like maybe 2 years ago, kind of right when I started doing YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
I finally started getting the 5 lions, and then I got 5 lions with the unicorns. And I have like one recording. It was on free play too. I was doing. I was alternating between like minimum bet and then like the 2 credit per line, and I hit. It was the girl on the line on the first reel, 3 unicorns, and then the girl on the line on the 5th reel. Like $4,200 or something like that on free play is such a killer hit. It's like the dream hit on that game. And that's kind of when I stopped playing it because I realized you can't do much better on it.
Right. At some point, you feel like there are some games that once you hit it like that, you're like, okay, I can move on. You can allow yourself to move on. I feel like that with The Walking Dead when I hit my Michonne with the times 6. I was like, I don't need the times 35. This is good.
I would love to get that game. So you stopped playing it as much?
Oh yeah. After I got that, like my history with that game was I did so horrible, and like the only person that I could talk to console me because how bad I was doing was Blueheart, and he was doing as bad as I was. And then all of a sudden our luck changed, and but even at my local, even in Vegas, I kept seeing everyone hitting the grand. I could not hit the grand. I would get off of the machine. A minute later, someone hits the freaking grand. I didn't have that luck. So to me, when I got that Michonne all lined up like that with that wild, I was like, okay, I'm done with this game. Pretty good. Thanks.
Yeah, actually, I had one good hit. I blacked it out on miles on that game, and I was doing speed play at minimum bet. So it was like 75 cents, and I got it with what the multiplier was. I think it was just a 2x multiplier, but it was a $700 hit.
You blacked out. You wild blacked out the screen.
Yeah.
Could never do that either.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, I guess that's like the dream hit for me. I can't do good on that game. I've lost I hate to think how much money I've lost in that game over the years.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you. But there was a point that I could not stop hitting jackpots, and I was so happy about that.
Yeah. But I have not graduated from Buffalo Extreme. I still play that game every time I see it. Such a good game.
Oh, the class 2. Well, I can see why. After you hit that grand, why not?
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, and for a Buffalo game, I feel like that game bonus is more than any other Buffalo game out there.
Mm. Maybe it's because it's class 2, though.
Yeah, I think so. It's gotta be. And the bonus aren't bad, though. Like, the Buffalo Gold, I mean, for every amazing bonus, there's like 99 like terrible bonuses.
Yep.
But on Buffalo Extreme, it's like, I don't know, for every bad bonus, there's like a decent bonus and then a good bonus. So I feel like, I don't know, I just better luck there altogether.
So the question of the day right now is both Linda S. and Bonnie want to know, what's your toilet paper situation like?
I have, I think, 8 rolls left. So, like, I was a total doomsday prepper. I saw this coming for months. Like, I bought N95 masks, like, maybe 2.5 months ago, and I was just like, just in case, you know, you never know. But, like, every time I turn on the news, it's, like, kind of be, like, worse and worse and worse. And then I saw you in Vegas the last time I was at a casino. It was, like, February 20th.
Yeah. We met there, yes.
Charles and a few people there, and that's right when we were starting to like talk about it. It's like, this could be like kind of our last time going to the casino for a while.
Yeah.
So every time I go to the grocery store, I'd buy like stuff I would never buy. I'd buy like cans of soup, cans of chili. I'd buy like cold medicine and stuff like that. And then I started hearing reports about like how some places were out of toilet paper. And so I'm in Los Angeles, and like my local store is Ralph's, and it's like the flagship Ralph's of Los Angeles. It's like humongous, and so they still had toilet paper for quite some time. So I bought like 3 packs. I didn't hoard it, but like I bought enough, like be like, okay, this is weird why this is running out. But ever since I bought that, like I haven't seen it since.
Oh,
and
you're lucky. Then.
And so I got like 2 weeks left. and then I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. So.
Well, just make sure if you see the wipes too.
I know. I'm just not I don't know.
Listen, quick question. Have you watched Tiger King? I was talking about Tiger King the entire broadcast.
I watched the preview. It looks awful.
No, Neil, you have to watch.
It looks like just like really low class people in society. I'm just like, I don't know.
Think about the storyline and social media. You have to watch it. It's pretty good, especially to kill time. If you don't want, if you already hit 3 jackpots on your unicorn slot machine at home, then it's only 7 episodes too. So it's a very limited minimum engagement.
Well, we all got time right now, so I'm like watching stuff. I watched the great British Bake Off. That's a great little series. That was a lot of fun.
Where's that one at?
That's on Netflix.
What's it called again?
The Great British Bake Off or something like that. It's a short little cooking show, but it's like very it's very British and it's very fun. So.
Soggy Bottom, you are too gay right now for me, darling. I've seen that show. Of course I have. I wouldn't binge watch it though on Netflix during this time. I would get too hungry. I mean, I'm asking Charles to go get me a freaking strawberry shake.
Yeah, I love watching cooking shows. It's actually made me a better cook too. So,
what are you cooking?
I'm just cooking chicken breast. So I'm like, what you're hearing right now is me grinding some peppercorns over it.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming online with me. I usually do it between 5 to 10 minutes talking to somebody, and. Stay safe, Neil. You're not working from home, right? Or are you?
No, I am working from home.
Okay, good.
As long as I have a job anyway. If I don't, like, we're starting to do layoffs, so it's getting kind of freaky for everyone. So we'll see. I might have to make YouTube full time.
we got to do what we got to do, right?
Yeah, not kidding. All right. Well, thanks for having me on.
And thank you for answering. and stay safe.
Say that again?
I was just saying stay safe. But yeah, Elder Chat is saying good night, Neil, so you can address them.
Oh, bye, chat. I don't know who's on. I'm sorry I'm not joining you
It's okay.
in chat myself, but thanks for listening to me talk.
No, I appreciate it. It was very interesting. I mean, the fact that you watch, I mean, I still can't get over the British cooking show. That would have. No, I know it is because I'm watching on BBC. I think it was BBC, but like that would have been like one of my last things when I get rid of everything. Be like, okay, let me try this. It's funny that it's your first thing. I love it.
We're all kind of desperate.
Yeah.
Good content to watch.
Well, if I need TP, I'll definitely hit you up too. Okay.
All righty. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, Neil. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.
There we go. We had an extra one. So it is my time to sign off. I want to thank all of you. If you haven't watched the Buffalo video that I put out earlier yesterday, make sure that you do. I'm still working on my dancing drums. Hopefully I can work on it tonight so that I can. Seraphin, welcome to ESL, English as Second Language. You may hear something, but actually I'm saying something else. So yeah, it was TP because you have to use your fingers to get that T. So it's a running joke, ESL. So welcome to my channel. If you haven't, you're going to hear that a lot. I want to thank you all for joining me. Thank you for keeping me company. I want to thank everyone that answered the phone today. If you haven't watched Tiger King, go ahead and watch it, and maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. To my moderators, thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Slotting Around. Thank you, LJ. Hey, Paul Martinez, have a good night. Maria, have a great night. Bonnie, you as well. Lily, you as well. Linda S., good night. And I love you guys all. You have a great night. Stay safe. And if you want to watch some Aristocrat play, we're going to be going on my other channel, which is called Free Play Live by Slot Traveler. And we'll start there in about 30 minutes. We're going to play some Aristocrat games. So good night. Happy Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow.